Greetings, Internet Drinking Buddies. My name is Link, the show's name is Tubbin and Chuggin, and on this episode, I'll be imbibing Bacardi Razz. Welcome back to the tub, everybody. We got a bit of an interesting selection for you all here today. A flavored rum by the name of Bacardi Razz. This was donated to my liquor cabinet when some friends were moving out, which ought to tell us something about it, I suppose. It's getting around that time of quarantine where maybe we're digging into the dregs of what we've got here, so I figured it was as good a chance as any to take a look at this. I've never ventured into the flavored rums before outside of your spiced rums, so I thought it'd be some fun. Let's take a look at it. As far as I can tell, Bacardi Razz was introduced in about 2009, somewhere in the 2000s in there. I can't really get an exact date. It's manufactured by Bacardi in Puerto Rico. We'll talk about Bacardi before on this show. Note that there is a separate product by the name of Bacardi Raspberry. I can't actually ascertain much in the way of a difference between these two, but if there is, note that I am reviewing Bacardi Razz, not Bacardi Raspberry. Now, as this is a flavored rum, we're going to obviously see that proof go down a little bit. This is going to be a 70 as opposed to an 80 from a normal rum. Going to go in the way of about $20 a handle, so definitely not expensive, definitely not cheap. Lower to mid-range is what we're seeing for this. Now, I mentioned in the Bacardi rum video that rums are typically made from sugarcane juice or molasses. We have the latter of which as our base today. Having had Bacardi rum and like a Smirnoff raspberry before, I have an idea of what to expect, which is going to be a kind of artificial echo of the fruit flavoring, which is slightly, very slightly underlying the masking taste of the alcohol. We'll see if I'm right in a moment. But as far as how to drink it, Bacardi has some cocktail recipes on their website. I'm imagining you'll be able to make a more fruity cocktail with fewer ingredients if you buy this as opposed to just a base rum. This is also the type of drink I imagine college kids taking to ease the edge off the burn of the cheap liquor while still getting reasonably drunk. Again, that slightly lower proof. Either way, you can expect a tolerable, bordering on enjoyable experience. That's what I'm assuming anyway. I haven't actually tried this before. Now for the shot glass today, I've actually chosen a Wisconsin shot glass, drink Wisconsibly. My aunt and uncle have a raspberry farm up there that I'm rather fond of, and I'm sure this is not going to taste like the raspberries on that farm. Now toasting this one's going to be a bit strange, but R2-D2 is known to blow raspberry, so I'll just say to R2. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, that's interesting. I'm gonna give it interesting. I'm not gonna say bad right off the bat. Although you could probably say that, especially if you're a fan of rum. If you're going into this expecting rum, obviously, you've got to come in with those expectations. This tastes like Jell-O is the thing that's coming to mind, like a jelly. As many of you probably did, I had those kind of like fake fruited things or fake flavored fruit candies growing up, like the Runts or things like that. The fake banana taste sticks out to me a lot. The fake raspberry taste, whether I've had it or not, is kind of what I'm extrapolating on this one. It's like it doesn't taste like when you have a raspberry, right, and you kind of like bite into it and you get that little bit of the juice with the softness of it. This is like if you then re-solidified that juice, but then no more juice came out of it. It's not very good. I'll tell you what, it did a much better job of masking the rum than I was expecting. I didn't really taste the rum at all. You get a little bit lingering rum, kind of like right here in your throat area, while my taste buds are still tasting the raspberry, which is kind of growing on me. That might be a Stockholm Syndrome type thing at this point, though. Man, the raspberry stays with my tongue much longer than I would have expected, to be honest. But I'm not really saying that that's a bad thing. It is just kind of reminding me that I just drank it, which maybe has its pros and cons. It's definitely a shot that you can do regardless of whether you are okay with the burn of alcohol or not, because again, the masking of the rum was so good. Well, I don't know about good, but it masked it well enough to the point where I didn't feel the burn of the rum, and I did feel the taste of whatever this was, which, again, not raspberry, something something echoing a raspberry, but decent enough to where I would be okay with it. It really, like, maybe not worth the money. $20 a handle is still getting into that kind of price point where I'd expect something pretty tasty out of it, or at least, you know, something that I can get drunk on very quickly. And this kind of doesn't do either of those, at least for me. But I think it's a product for somebody out there. This definitely fills a niche of some kind. I myself probably wouldn't buy this on my own, but I can definitely see somebody having this and them giving me an explanation as to why they like it. So I think this one is for people out there. Not me, but definitely there is some use to this. So let me know, as always, if there's other alcohols you'd like to see me review, and please drink responsibly.